Happening now, the family of murdered U of U student Lauren McCluskey will file legal action against the university. McCluskey was murdered on campus last October. They say the university failed to protect their daughter. She called the campus police more than 20 times for help prior to her murder. Right now, the McCluskey family is at Siegfried and Jensen's law office in Salt Lake City. I understand they are talking now. Let's take a listen.
Matt and I were shocked that the campus police and campus housing response to Lauren's cries for help were incompetent, unaware, skeptical of her, complacent, and uncaring. As one example, on September 30th, 2018, Lauren's friends reported to housing that the man who Lauren had recently started dating was talking about bringing a gun to campus. They did nothing with that information. On October 22nd, 2018, he brought that gun to campus and killed her with it. That is just one of the many failures that resulted in Lauren's death. If any one of these failures did not occur, Lauren would be alive today. Even though a review team made 30 recommendations for the university to fix, President Ruth Watkins said that the report does not offer any reason to believe that this tragedy could have been prevented. This statement made me physically ill. Still, we tried to work with Watkins. We repeatedly asked her to take responsibility and to hold individuals accountable, including in an email I sent her on December 29th, 2018. I asked her to partner with us to address clear and obvious deficiencies in the safety at the university and openly admit that individuals failed Lauren and that those individuals be held accountable. I told her that the campus police are being portrayed as undertrained, unaware, and hampered by inappropriate or ineffective policies and procedures. I asked her who's responsible for leading these units and for ensuring that staff are properly trained, aware, responsive, and are providing safety. Those individuals failed Lauren with fatal consequences, and they need to be held accountable. I specifically pointed out the professional incompetence and dereliction of duty that must be considered in the case of Officer Darris for not reporting or documenting the impersonation of a police officer that was reported to him by Lauren on the day she was killed. President Watkins never responded to my email. The university has taken no responsibility for Lauren's preventable death. No one has been disciplined or held accountable in the campus police or housing. The same culture prevails at the campus police. There has been no significant change. Matt and I realized that the only way to improve campus safety is to file a lawsuit. This is our last resort to effect positive change. The university must pay a large amount so that they realize it is in their interest to believe women and act with urgency when their female students ask for help. Insurance companies will identify a poor response to female students as a risk factor. I emphasize that we will not profit from this lawsuit. Any money will go to the Lauren McCluskey Foundation and to support student athletes and to pay expenses. I'll end by saying that the University of Utah is on the wrong side of history in how they handled Lauren's case and how they responded to her death. Women must be believed and taken seriously when they ask for help. We are confident that with the help of this cause of action, the University of Utah will be a safer place for current and future daughters who obtain an education there. Thank you.
You're listening to the family of murdered University of Utah student Lauren McCluskey describe the reasons why they're now taking legal action against the University of Utah. ABC4's Andrew Reeser is there, and we'll have more coming up for you on that story here on ABC4 and ABC4.com.